DeathsStalker here. So I thought I'd talk about some of the UK vloggers I like to watch. Now there's actually a whole bunch, and you know, if you really want to look, you just go into my subscribe list on my YouTube channel. You can see all kinds there. But the top three that basically, if they upload a new video, I watch it every single time, and you know, 99% of the time I like them, and even once in a while I comment them, are you know, as follows, and they're in no particular order. But the first one is Lamb Chop Rides. Now, Lamb Chop Rides is a guy who's a little bit younger than me, and you know, is into sport bikes and bikes in general. And you know, he's actually a nice guy, but you know, a bit of a hooligan. He has been known to minorly exceed the speed limit, and occasionally his front wheel has accidentally left the pavement. But overall, he's just, you know, just a guy out there having a good time. But the reason I really enjoy his stuff is, besides the fact that he's, you know, into sport bikes and modifying them and whatnot, is that he does some absolutely spectacular videography. Like his videos are actually you know, usually very sharp and crisp and very cinematic. He's also you know, does a lot of the you know, the cuts that you'd expect that someone who's not doing it by themselves. Like it's actually very enjoying to watch. And he's also just having a good time, and he's got a couple people that he rides with occasionally, including his buddy who he calls Womble, who they basically just, you know, cut up each other and you know, like good friends do, and have a good time. And you know, I just recommend giving him a try. The first time I actually found him was I just happened to stumble across the channel, and he was talking about a bad bike, and I'm going, oh, okay, what the heck? So, and he's in his garage, and he's basically smacking his motorcycle on the headlamp like he would a bad dog, and he's basically calling it a bad bike because it broke his foot. And I went like, okay, this guy's a little bit different, and I've been watching him ever since. Now the other guy I watch is a guy named Premises 187, who has a secret identity. Basically, you don't see his face. It's a bit along the lines of like Suburban Delinquent, doesn't really display his face. But the interesting thing about him is that he's riding through London. So if you follow Royal Jordanian, which another person I do follow, and you get to see the traffic and just the absolute mayhem between vehicles and pedestrians and cyclists and taxis and whatnot, like Premises has it as well. But I think Premises has what I would call a nugget magnet, because he's riding along, and if there's somebody who's an idiot, they're absolutely attracted to him. So he tends to get a lot of that. And the nice thing is, he won't back down. He'll actually call people out on it. He's not looking for a fight like, you know, some of the vloggers you see that, you know, want to smash someone's mirror and that every single time. But it's just interesting, and occasionally he has people out there riding with him, and you know, carrying passengers, and the conversations they have are just funny. The videos aren't long, but they're I think they're just basically his commute to and from work, and riding around occasionally with some of his friends. And like, I always enjoy it, so give it a check. Now the third vlogger I watch is Spicy 110. Now Spicy 110 drops a video almost every day, and like, he's a lifetime motorcyclist. I think he's in his 30s now. He's been riding since I think since he was like 17 or 18. If you know about the motorcycling rules in England, you have to start off in a 125, and you have to pass a test before you're allowed to ride anything bigger, that sort of stuff. And but the interesting thing about Spicy is he does videos on just about everything. He'll ride around, you know, I think it's Hazemere is the island he's on, and he'll go to the beach after a storm and just see what washed up, because that's what actually people who lived in that area used to do for centuries. And he'll take you on a tour and show you some old World War II bunkers and whatnot. And he's very good at, if you're a new rider, or you're just starting out or thinking about riding motorcycles, like especially in the UK, he has all these videos on the things you should do and things you shouldn't do as a new motorcyclist, and he talks about various bikes and insurance and gear and whatnot, and it's very informative. Like if you're just getting into motorcycling, even if you're not from the UK, like it's not a bad idea to check out Spicy 110, because even though, you know, if you're an American or Australia, the laws might be different, just the tips he's giving are generally, you know, worldwide. And he also does what he calls Spicy Metalworks, which is where he makes clocks and other things. Like I think he made a coat rack a little while ago, and he'll show you how he makes them and stuff like that, along with maintenance on motorcycles. So it's really interesting to watch, and I just, you know, to me it's like, you know, you're turning on your favorite TV show every day, and you know, unlike the reality TV that you have on television now, this is actually real life, because this is what he does for a living. And I absolutely enjoy and highly recommend Spicy. You know, I can't believe he hasn't got 100,000 subscribers, but you know, it's just the way it is nowadays with the modern YouTube. But anyways, those are the three main UK vloggers I watch. There's other ones in there, and I watch almost all of them every time they pop a new video out as well. But these are the three that, you know, are the ones that I strongly recommend. You know, give them a try, and if you like them, maybe check out some of the other ones. Anyways, I'm out enjoying the fall weather. Talk to you later. DeathsStalker.